been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
There are some games and ideas that just shouldn't work. For one reason or another, no one would ever put two and two together. But serendipity does exist, and sometimes two soulmates happen to bump into each other, and a special spark of magic is born. And for a moment in time, lightning is caught in a bottle for all the world to see. That is the story of Kingdom Hearts, a game that shouldn't and wouldn't exist in any other timeline, but a chance meeting on an innocuous elevator ride gave the world one of the greatest and most memorable RPGs to ever exist. The idea for Kingdom Hearts began as a discussion between Shinji Hashimoto and Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi. They were discussing the creation of a game with freedom of movement akin to Mario 64, but they were a little discouraged by the fact that only Disney characters could rival the popularity and status of a character like Mario. Square Enix, formerly Squaresoft, veteran Tetsuya Nomura, overheard this and volunteered to lead such a project, and producers Hashimoto and Sakaguchi signed off and let Nomura direct. At some point, there was a chance meeting between Shinji Hashimoto and a Disney executive during an elevator ride in the building both companies had shared. And thus the road to Kingdom Hearts was laid. But Sakaguchi emphasized to Kingdom Hearts director Nomura that the game must be up to the quality of their Final Fantasy franchise, or the game would be doomed to fail. Nomura and his team wanted to include Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts that would be both distinctive and different. They also wished to include interesting and compelling Disney characters for the story they set out to craft. An interesting fact is, the game was originally supposed to be called Kingdom, but Nomura couldn't secure the rights to Kingdom, and so Hearts was added to the title, emphasizing classic themes present throughout the game, themes like friendship, the struggle of light versus dark, and of course, heart. Kingdom Hearts takes place throughout many different worlds. These worlds essentially act as traditional video game levels, with each world's theme being a different Disney movie or IP. The worlds range from Olympus Coliseum from the movie Hercules to Agrabah from Aladdin, with each world's art design reflecting the movie it was based on. Alongside the numerous Disney characters are characters from Square Enix's own Final Fantasy series. Well-known characters like Cloud Strife, Aerith Gainsborough, and Squall Leonhardt, to name a few, all make appearances throughout Kingdom Hearts. The story of Kingdom Hearts revolves around three characters: the player-controlled protagonist Sora and his two best friends Kairi and Riku. Their friendship is truly the driving force behind all the events that unfold throughout the story. And their bond is what gives weight to the plot and grounds the game's events that may have otherwise felt a little over the top or fantastical. It's this balance Nomura and his team struck between Disney's beautiful, unique, and fantastical worlds and Square Enix's heartfelt character development, writing, and plot that make Kingdom Hearts so special in my eyes. Sora is a happy and optimistic 14-year-old who has a strong sense of right and duty. He's protective of his friends and brave in the face of danger and overwhelming odds. Sora derives his strength from his bond with his friends Kairi and Riku, and he also has a little crush on Kairi. Riku is the childhood friend of Kairi and Sora, and is also a rival to protagonist Sora. Riku is headstrong and proud, while also at the same time being calm and collected. He struggles with the darkness within his own heart, and this may put him at odds with Sora. Riku isn't afraid to tease Sora about his feelings towards Kairi though. Kairi is the female protagonist in Kingdom Hearts. She's kind and caring, but not afraid to speak her mind. And while she is cheerful and very loyal, she can be a little stubborn at times. It's also hinted that Kairi also harbors some feelings for Sora as well. Sora, Kairi, and Riku dream of leaving behind their home on Destiny Island to explore new worlds. They have a plan, and they have a raft built and ready to go. But on the night of their planned voyage, their island is suddenly attacked by creatures known as the Heartless, a force of darkness that has been devouring world after world. During this fight for Destiny Island, Riku and Kairi mysteriously vanish, and just before the island is devoured, Sora receives the Keyblade, a weapon of light able to stop the encroachment of darkness. This is the basic premise and setup of the events of Kingdom Hearts. Sora will go on to take back more and more worlds from the Heartless, but he never stops the search for his best friends Riku and Kairi, although their friendship and bond will be tested along the way. So with all this in mind, why can't a game like Kingdom Hearts never be replicated again? I mean, that is the premise of the video. Well, let's get into it. Creating a game like Kingdom Hearts requires more than just a great concept. It also involves navigating legal and corporate partnerships between major companies like Square Enix and Disney. Getting these massive corporations to agree on how their IP are used, portrayed, and combined is a, no pun intended, Herculean effort. Other developers simply just don't have the same relationships with a company like Disney. And the trust between these two companies allowed Kingdom Hearts to come to life in a way that would be nearly impossible to reproduce today. The story is wholly original and complex, but has classic themes of light and dark, friendship, love, and sacrifice, while also telling a mature and fully fleshed out narrative. Sakaguchi's insistence on Kingdom Hearts living up to the reputation of Final Fantasy did not fall on deaf ears, and it shows. The game doesn't leave you with just a sad ending or a happy one. The only thing you're left with when the credits roll is a bittersweet longing tinged with a bit of hope and a touch of heartache. Like a massive oil rig, Kingdom Hearts tapped into the deepest and most expansive reservoir of nostalgia of any game in existence. Final Fantasy is the largest brand in Japanese RPGs and one of the biggest gaming brands, period. Disney is Disney and has the most extensive and iconic roster of characters in the world under their umbrella. And if it's not the most extensive, it's one of the most extensive. Marrying these two giants together created a perfect storm of nostalgia and familiarity, while at the same time breeding one of the most iconic original characters in the gaming industry in Sora. I can't mention Kingdom Hearts without giving a spotlight to the beautiful, memorable, and iconic soundtrack. Tracks like Dearly Beloved and Simple and Clean are deeply tied to the emotional tone of the game. The way the music perfectly encapsulates both the epic adventure and personal emotional journey of the characters is integral to the game's sense of magic and nostalgia. Shimomura's ability to create music that resonates so deeply is a rare and beautiful gift. Also, I just want to say that the orchestral version of Simple and Clean is the greatest piece of video game music ever created, That is my opinion, but I will stand behind that 100%. I also want to give the voice actors their rightful dues because they truly brought these characters to life. The writers can produce, the greatest script, but if the actors can't bring it to life and make the audience and players feel something, then the whole game just would have fallen apart. And obviously I played the English version, but I'm sure the Japanese voice actors were just as good. And lastly, the Disney and Square crossover was just unprecedented for its time. Like, monumental collaborations like this between mega corporations just didn't happen. Yes, nowadays we do see that a little more often, but it's kind of lost its luster. We can see it coming a mile away. But at the time, this collab had not just the video game industry, but the entire entertainment industry buzzing about just what these two companies were cooking up. You simply cannot buy that kind of publicity and grassroots buzz. This game had mass market appeal combined with the RPG expertise of Square Enix, who at the time were considered the industry standard for quality video games. Kingdom Hearts is the result of a perfect storm of creativity, corporate collaboration, nostalgia, and emotional storytelling. Since then, no game has been able to combine such different, yet beloved universes on such a large scale. Moreover, the series' longevity and impact over multiple generations of players has solidified its place in gaming history. Trying to replicate that same magic today would be difficult, if not entirely impossible, because an integral part of what makes Kingdom Hearts so special is that it did something unprecedented at just the right moment in time. It holds a magical place in gaming history that is unlikely to be matched by any future game because of its unique blend of factors that simply cannot be replicated, and a chance elevator ride. Disney and Square truly captured lightning in a bottle. Never in gaming history has something so inconceivable seemed so meant to be, and that's what Kingdom Hearts is. Okay, thank you all for watching. I'm not gonna lie, I never realized how passionate I was about Kingdom Hearts. I chose Kingdom Hearts as my next video because obviously I love Kingdom Hearts, I love the game. But when I threw on the soundtrack and I stick it on repeat and I'm listening to the orchestral version of Simple and Clean, which I always do when I'm writing, like I just started writing and I realized how much I actually adore this game. And yeah, it felt really special is all. Anyways, let me know what your guys' favorite world in Kingdom Hearts is. Mine was, is, always will be. Take a guess. Halloween Town. Anyways, take care and God bless.